chemiosmotic theory. Now this chemiosmotic theory explains the actual mechanism by which the energy released from respiration is used to drive ATP synthesis. Okay, how ATP synthesis takes place from the energy of respiration, that is explained by chemiosmotic theory. Now in 1961, the scientist known as Peter Michell, who is a British biochemist, proposed a mechanism known as chemiosmotic coupling to answer how the energy released from the respiration is used to drive the ATP synthesis. Now this mechanism suggests that the energy which is derived from the electron transport drives an active transport system which pumps the proton from the mitochondrial matrix to the intermembrane space. Okay, the energy from the electron transport is used to pump protons from the mitochondrial matrix to the intermembrane space. Now, because of this pumping, there is generation of the electrochemical gradient of protons, and because of this, in the matrix there is higher pH as compared to intermembrane space, which has a lower pH. Okay, this pH difference arises because of the pumping of protons from the mitochondrial matrix to the intermembrane space. Now protons which are present outside, that is in the intermembrane space, have a thermodynamic tendency to flow back into the matrix to equalize the pH. Okay, they have a thermodynamic tendency to flow back in the mitochondrial matrix. When protons flow back in the mitochondrial matrix, then the energy which is dissipated because of that, out of that some energy is used to drive ATP synthesis. Okay, protons flow back into the mitochondrial matrix. This causes the energy dissipation, and some of this energy which is released because of this is used to drive ATP synthesis. We are using the term some here because not all the energy is used. Okay, out of this energy, some part of the energy is used to drive the ATP synthesis. So this is how the oxidative phosphorylation looks like. Okay, oxidative phosphorylation for ATP synthesis. So let's see it. So this is electron transport chain. Okay, this is complex 1, complex 3 and complex 4. Now when electron transportation takes place through this electron transport chain, and there is formation of water. Okay, in this process, protons are transported from the matrix to the intermembrane space. Okay, there is accumulation of protons in the intermembrane space because of this electron transport chain. Okay, so protons are accumulated here in the intermembrane space, and that is the reason why electrochemical a proton motive force develops. Okay, this side has a more positive charge and this side has a negative charge. Now the protons from this intermembrane space goes into the matrix through this ATP synthase, and when they go through the ATP synthase, there is dissipation of energy which is used to produce ATP from ADP and PI. So there is ATP synthesis. When the protons pass through this ATP synthase and goes from the intermembrane space into the matrix. Okay, so this is how your oxidative phosphorylation works. Okay, this is outer mitochondrial membrane. This is intermembrane space. This is inner mitochondrial membrane, and this is the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, there is electron transport chain working here, because of which the protons are transported from the matrix into the intermembrane space, and then the protons accumulated here goes back into the matrix through the ATP synthase, and because of which at ATP synthase there is generation of ATP from ADP and PI. Now let's look at the experimental proof of the chemiosmotic hypothesis. Now the experimental proof of this chemiosmotic hypothesis was provided by Andrei Jageroff and Ernest Uride in 1966. Now what they did is, they took the isolated chloroplast thylakoid vesicles which had F0 and F1 particles in them, and they equilibrated this chloroplast thylakoid vesicles with a buffer solution in dark and at pH 4.0. Okay, the chloroplast thylakoid vesicles were equilibrated with the buffer solution, and two conditions were there. It was dark and the pH was 4.0. Now because of this equilibrium, when the pH in the thylakoid lumen reached 4.0, the vesicles were rapidly mixed in the solution which had pH 8.0 and which contained ADP and PI. So they took chloroplast thylakoid vesicles, they put it into a buffer solution of pH 4.0. When the pH of the thylakoid lumen itself became 4.0 because of this solution, those thylakoid lumen vesicles were rapidly mixed into a solution of pH 8.0 which contained ADP and PI. Now because of this, there was a burst in the ATP synthesis which was accompanied by transmembrane movement of protons, and this was driven by the electrochemical proton gradient. From pH 4 it came to pH 8, and because of that the electrochemical proton gradient was generated, and this resulted into the transmembrane movement of protons, and because of this there was burst in the ATP synthesis. It means the ATP synthesis was taking rapidly. In a similar experiment using inside-out preparations of submitochondrial vesicles, an artificially generated membrane electric potential resulted in ATP synthesis. In another experiment, submitochondrial vesicles were used, and by using them, a membrane electric potential was artificially generated, and this membrane electric potential then resulted in the ATP synthesis. So this experiment also proves the chemiosmotic theory. So this is how the experiment actually went. So this is your chloroplast thylakoid. Now it is present in the system where the pH is 7. So the pH in the lumen of this thylakoid is also 7. Now we took this thylakoid and we place into the solution which has a pH of 4. And because of this the pH inside the thylakoid lumen also became 4. Then we took this thylakoid with pH 4 and put it into a solution of pH 8. Now the solution have the pH of 8 and the pH in the lumen is 4. And because of this there is generation of proton motive force, and now protons are going from outside the solution inside the lumen, and they are going through this ATP synthase or ATPase, and because of this there is generation of ATP. The energy liberated here is used for ATP generation, and because of that there is ATP synthesis. So this experiment proved the chemiosmotic theory.